Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a public scholar of the Bible and religion, and I increase public access to the academic study of the Bible and religion, and also combat the spread of misinformation about the same. So let's take a look at a video.
I believe that Scripture, the Bible, is very clear that God is the one that raises up those in authority. He raised up each of you, all of us. And I believe that God has ordained and allowed each one of us to be brought here for this specific moment in this time.
So this is a pretty standard Christian nationalist appeal to Romans 13:1 in an effort to legitimize the authority of the new Speaker Johnson, and specifically to claim that Speaker Johnson was put where he was by God themselves. And there are three problems with this appeal. The first is that it is wrenching this scripture from its setting, from its context, to deploy it for purposes never intended by the author. Paul is not saying any future authorities anywhere in the world throughout all time are all put in place by God and should not be challenged. Paul is writing to Romans about Roman authority, expecting Jesus to return any day now. Paul did not anticipate there would be any other authorities that would be set up on earth. Paul was being nice to Romans, so they would be nice to him. Second problem is that this is an inconsistent ideal throughout the Bible. This is not the ideology of the Israelites escaping from Egypt. This is not the ideology of the Judahites being sent into the Babylonian exile. This is not even the ideology of the author of the book of Revelation, who flatly rejects the authority of the Roman Empire. This is not the ideology of the authors of the Gospels, who have Satan saying, "I will give you all the kingdoms of the earth," suggesting that Satan is the one who controls the kingdoms of the earth. This is a unique ideology being expressed by a single author in a single context for a single purpose. Third problem with the appeal to this scripture is that Speaker Johnson does not even believe this. Speaker Johnson is an election denier. Speaker Johnson is one who thinks that the current presidency is not legitimate. And Speaker Johnson was one who facilitated the events of January 6th, an attempt to use violence to obstruct an official proceeding of Congress so that the transition of power would be interrupted. Speaker Johnson's own actions and own words put the lie to his Christian nationalist appeal to Romans 13:1. This is not someone who was put into their position of authority by God, and this is not even someone who is fit to occupy that position of authority.